Hey everyone, Jacob here. So today I'm going to do something that I haven't done in a while, I don't think. It's something that I've been excited about, and something that when doing research I haven't really been able to find anything on, and the stuff that I wanted to find just wasn't available. So today I wanted to put together a little video that would allow people who are like me wanting to know what are the details of this particular object. Um, I want to be able to make that available to them. So today I am doing an unboxing of what is called the MoLEKULE. It is a type of air purifier that basically breaks down any type of contaminant in the air down to its basic molecule structure. So you'll have pollen, dust mites, dander, viruses, bacteria, mold, everything can be broken down by this filter system all the way down to oxygen atoms and water, H2O, all these different things can be broken down completely to where they're destroyed and there is basically nothing left. There are the larger particles that get filtered out through regular air filters, but for the small things that make it through, that everyone still breathes, this does the magic of absolutely destroying it. It is different from an ionizer, so it does not use the electric particles to help kind of pull the contents in and then you wash it off in the sink. My mom has one of those and I never really liked it. It was obviously nice because it's better than other stuff out there, but they even leave ozone in your home, and that's not really the safest and healthiest thing that you can really do for yourself if you're just trying to get rid of pollen and stuff inside the home. I live in central Virginia and we are covered in pollen, and this last month I've been dying from grass pollen. I've been dying. I actually had to call out of work one day. I could not talk. So here we go. This is going to be the unboxing of the MoLEKULE air purifier.
Let's take a look at the molecules on the box. The air is 21% oxygen. By mass, oxygen is the third most abundant element in the universe after hydrogen and helium. Oxygen is an important part of Earth's atmosphere, constituting about 21% of it. It is crucial for aerobic organisms like us to absorb oxygen as a vital part of biological functions. The next one is water. Water in the air is referred to as humidity and can vary significantly. On average at sea level, water makes up about 1% of the air. While our body doesn't absorb and convert water from the air, water vapor in the air helps maintain comfort and respiratory health. The next side is the lovely battery warning label. And then we have nitrogen. Nitrogen forms about 78% of Earth's atmosphere, making it the most abundant uncombined element. Despite the high quantities of nitrogen in the air, we actually breathe it in and out without absorbing or converting it at all. One thing I would like to look at is I really did not realize that this thing had a lithium metal battery in it. Who knew? Now is the time to go all in. Let's see what's inside this thing. First off, this box is huge. It's a good 2.5 to 3 feet tall. It weighs about 24 pounds, so it was definitely something to lug around. I had a direct delivery to FedEx to get this guy since you have to sign on delivery. Upon opening, you'll see a little instruction booklet sitting up in top. Go ahead and take that down and stare at it, and that's great. Go ahead and open it up. In the top is a ton of pieces of cardboard that they used to cushion it. It was kind of a mess to open, but you know, it keeps it protected, so I think they did a good job on keeping this fancy aluminum structure of an object, from getting dinged up. But up inside this, you'll see where they hid the power cord. The power cord is nice and flat on one end to where you can actually plug it into the bottom of the device. I'll show you that a little bit later. Overall, there's really not much to it besides the power cord, the booklet, and the MoLEKULE itself in a wonderful white bag. Definitely something nice that you can store it in. But yeah, so now watch me unwrap this beauty. Once again, if you are kind of weak, which honestly I kind of am, you may need some help taking out of the bag without scratching it up. I of course, for the camera and try lifting it up, and it was a little bit of a struggle with that bag. But it's definitely something that I'll use in the future to keep it safe and protected if I need to store it away during a move or anything. But this is it. It looks like it's going to be good. I'm excited to try it out. Before plugging her in, let's see what we have close up. There's your bag. And here's a simple little instruction booklet. They have it in a little cardboard type sleeve. There's the cord. As you see, it's a little bit more of a different prong on it where it plugs in, but it's completely flat because it's made to go right up underneath the molecule itself. And there's the molecule itself. Leather handle, it's got its name on the side. It is nice aluminum. It's very similar to Apple products, honestly. You can see it does bend, so it's not too rigid. They do have a little protection on the screen. It is a touch screen on top, so it's not just for visuals. You can control it with it. Here's just some different angles that I wanted to get for everyone to be able to kind of see the different views of this new thing. The intake is at the bottom and the output is at the top. I just want to tilt it over so that you can see what's on the bottom. There is a nice spot for storage around the rim at the bottom for the cord. It'll hold most of the cord, and then obviously it plugs in right there in the very center of the bottom. It's perfect storage. Here is the instruction booklet. Say hello to a whole new normal. As I showed, it's stored inside this little paper cardboard type envelope holder. But it's going to be the quick start guide. It gives you all the information on how the molecule works, how it's put together, what the different parts are. It has 2 internal filters. Here's the testing and how it disposes of mold as an example. How it helps with VOCs and ozone. It, if I remember right, doesn't really necessarily, it hasn't been proven to break down ozone, but it has shown that it may get rid of it partially, but it definitely does not create ozone like an ionized filtration system would. There's a simple menu. There's literally only like 4 screens on the menu on top of the application that you can download on your smartphone, which is a great help, and I'll go through that in a bit. Now the first place I wanted to go to plug this guy in was my bedroom. As you can see at the very bottom, and that's where the plug goes, right in the middle. It's perfectly flat. I had the cord spiraled up probably about 4 times, and they have a nice little notch where it'll fit in, so you can sit it right on up, no problem. Granted, it's not the easiest thing to do when you're holding a phone in your hand, but you know. And don't mind this little edit here. I failed when plugging it in. I'm just great at what I do, you know me. So you plug it in, MoLEKULE, and then initializing. That's pretty easy and self-explanatory. Select the room size. There are 3 different sizes that you can choose from. Less than 200, 200 to 400, or 400 or greater square foot. Simplest is just the middle, confirm. You can choose silent, auto, or boost. Auto is typical, so I'll try that. It takes a little bit to calibrate, but that's definitely a little bit because it's already going. When it boots up, it'll do an auto cleaning mode to basically super clean that room as fast as possible before staying in a set constant speed. It's not loud, hardly at all. I do sleep with a white noise machine, and I want to say it's even quieter than the setting that I have on that. You will see the blue light. Obviously, the blue light is what cleans and kills everything. It's what makes the magic happen. It's nice. Then I decided to try it in my living room in boost mode, and this is how you open it. Check that out. It has got to be one of the simplest filters to remove. You literally just push it down and twist. How easy. Now when looking at it the side, this is what it looks like opening it. Push down, twist, and up it goes. Now you can't see me pulling it out the top because, you know, that's just terrible camera work. But hey, that's what the filter looks like. And that is where, once again, the magic happens with that filter. And then you have a little pre-filter at the very bottom. Once again, they have a program where you pay $99 a year. It covers all the filters you may need, and they ship them to your door. It is connected via Wi-Fi and Bluetooth to your phone and your internet, so it will automatically get a new filter shipment shipped to you before you even need it. They couldn't really make it any easier to change these filters. They really couldn't. It snaps right off. It doesn't even snap, it just slides right off. It's just a plastic little rubber rim. It just barely hangs on there. It even jiggles. Now let's take a look at the phone app that MoLEKULE's created. The first screen you'll come to is going to be telling you to connect to a device. Obviously this won't work unless you actually have a MoLEKULE. I did download the app before I got it, and I was stuck on this screen for the longest of days, but I have finally received it and it works. Yay! So, next thing you can do is open up the menu. They have the options for home, profile, devices, learn, settings, and support. When you set up devices, you can add your device. It adds it via Bluetooth. When you add the device to your phone via Bluetooth, it takes a whole 5-10 seconds, not long at all. Once you have it paired, you can name your MoLEKULE if you really feel like it's necessary. I simply left mine as MoLEKULE. Once you choose your device, you can then pair it with your Wi-Fi at your house. I got to pair it with my awesome airport time capsule. And here you see the main menu. So this shows if your MoLEKULE is going through any special cleaning cycle. If you just plugged it in your bedroom for the night, it'll show an initial cleanup for that evening for moving into a different room that hadn't been cleaning previously. You can change the mode from silent, auto, or boost. You can even control the power. Remember, this is Wi-Fi controlled, and the MoLEKULE is always Wi-Fi connected. So something you could do is, what I did today. I was at work and I thought, you know what? Why not have super clean air when I get home? Let me go ahead and put it in boost. While I was at work, I put it on boost. I came home and it was blowing some clean air. It was nice. And I honestly can feel a difference. I really can. So on this screen here, it shows at the very bottom, pre-filter and nano filter, 99%. If you tap on either one of those, it shows both filters and where they're at in their percentage, and if you click the link on the bottom, it shows you how to change out the filters. There are several other menus available for the MoLEKULE. It shows notifications, your Wi-Fi networks, your space configuration, your technical info, dark mode, and you can even edit the name of it. You have dark mode scheduler. If you want to put it in dark mode at a specific time of night, or any type of any specific day of the week, you can easily just control that in this app and save the changes. It wants to know about your space. Just like on the MoLEKULE itself, you can control the space for your room that you're going to be keeping it in, even if you're switching the room. I've noticed that when unplugging it and plugging it into a new room, it asks this question every time that you replug it in, because they're assuming that you're taking it from your bedroom to your living room and back, etc. It asks about your space, how old your home is, and if you have any pets. Does it need to work any harder? Does it need to, sense anything extra collecting in the pre-filter? That maybe your pre-filter may need changing when collecting a little bit extra particles from having a cat in the house or something of the sort. But overall, that's basically the app. That was just kind of a semi-quick overview of just each screen that I've really come into seeing while going through the application. Here are a couple stills that I got of the inside. did some finger magic to trick the system. This is what it looks like without the nanoparticle filter installed. Pretty interesting. It does use LEDs. And this is what it looks like at night, in the dark. Some people have a problem with that. There is a fix for that. For those of you who cannot sleep with light, there is a night mode. The only problem is when you have it in night mode, it's not obliterating the bad guys. But it's still filtering the air, and you can keep that light on during the day, and I'm pretty sure the air will be good for the evening when you do decide to go to sleep.
Overall, I'm really impressed with the MoLEKULE so far. I've had it, about 2 days, and I can tell the air is different in my home already. Especially from having it in boost mode all day with me at work. Coming home, it does have a new smell to it. It itself, instead of having a new car smell, it does have its own little bit of a smell when you first get it. But besides that, usually I would be coming home congested, going to home from work. Usually just in that short drive, I'll start having congestion or something from my allergies. And it really, my drive wasn't that bad, but I did notice some congestion, typical. But when I got home, you know, instead of it sitting and the air sitting, it just went away. It really did. So obviously it's going to take more time with it to really notice more of a difference. Ragweed season is when I suffer the most, so that'll be coming up in a few months. And I think that's really when I'm going to find out if this thing works for real. But with the technology and the science behind it, you really get what you pay for. A lot of people don't realize, you know, you can spend $50 for an ionizer, you're not getting what you should be getting. But MoLEKULE is doing a good job. Someday maybe they'll be able to make it more affordable for people who can't afford much, and maybe they'll be able to make bigger models of it for people who have family members that are ill and going through situations. So it's awesome, and look forward to hearing from everyone, hear your feedback. I just wanted to put something out there that everyone would be able to look at, because I was trying to do so much research on it and there really wasn't anything out there to find. So hopefully this kind of gives an insight to everyone and kind of overviews the whole architecture of the process and how it works and what it looks like, and the details and all of those things that I was interested in seeing, because I know there's going to be some of you out there similar to me. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Whatever you want, I'm here. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later. Bye.